What's up, guys? What's going on, man? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional, man. And we're going through the book of John. And we have seen Jesus begin to talk about the final things, I guess, that he wants to leave us with, as they call this section the farewell discourse. And I think we're actually almost properly into it as Jesus begins to start his speech in his heart for his disciples. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and read John chapter 13, verse 21. We're going to check out just this view of Jesus, an awesome view of Jesus. We've seen it before in some ways, and we're going to look at it again. So check it out. See what it has to say. Come back, one for questions. If you've already read through, then look no further. As we begin to try and trust in Jesus, we're going to go ahead and dive deep into this scripture. And what's going on? What's happening? Well, it says that Jesus was troubled in his spirit, deeply troubled in his spirit, and he testified. And he said, "Truly I say to you that one of you will betray me." This is tough, man, because what's going on? I mean, Jesus is stressed. His heart is filled with turmoil and trouble because of the fact that somebody is going to betray him, his best friend. I wouldn't say best, but close friend, because he's part of the 12 people that Jesus has been hanging around for the past 3 years, just diving deep into, investing in. And this person, one of these people, is going to betray him. Now, he knows it already, which is what we've already seen earlier in scripture, where it says that, "Haven't I chosen you, the 12, yet one of you is the devil." And that was like way back, maybe I think in chapter 6, I believe. And so Jesus knows this is happening, but it still doesn't take away from the pain that occurs in his heart from it. To be so close, to be in the midst, in what we've been talking about, remaining in Jesus. He has seemed, or on the outside, to be remaining in him, but somebody is still going to hand him over. And Jesus is distraught, so much so that I think that the disciples know that they can see something in his face, his countenance, because it says that he testifies. That's the word that is used for when he begins to start to talk, is because he is giving admission to the thing that everybody can see. And so he testifies. Man, what is this saying about God? What's it saying about us? What's it saying about people? What's it saying about God? That's the first question that we ask. Well, I think that it's saying that Jesus, as God, is present in the moment. That even though he knows all things, sees all things, understands all things, and has wisdom to navigate and to control all things, man, he is still in the moment. Because as this time has come, not only for his death, but for that betrayal, to achieve that death, he is greatly distraught. His heart is troubled. His countenance is low. So much so that the disciples could see it, man. And so he is in the moment. He is in that time. And sometimes I think, even as we know that God is timeless, that he's outside of time, he knows all things, that we forget the intimacy that he has with us and the empathy that he can share with us. Because not only does he know it intellectually, omnisciently, but he has felt it. He has been a part of this moment. He has been a part of this time. He is in this with us. That's who God is. He is not only transcendent above all things and recognizing and moving and creating and knowing all things in order he can best provide us a space, but he said he would join us in it. That's our God. What's this say about man? We betray Jesus. We betray Jesus. And this is evident in all of us. We just read about the I'm sorry. We haven't read that yet. We're going to. I'm getting too far ahead of myself, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, we see already now that we have read that he said somebody's going to betray him, and one of his own people. And so we should be checking ourselves to know our loyalties and devotions, man. But secondly, I think that it's talking about how we get a chance to witness the emotions of God. Is that we can see, because look, the disciples recognized the countenance on Jesus' face and the distress. So we can know and recognize that Jesus has an empathy, a true sense of us, because there is a difference, man, of knowing intellectually and then knowing experientially. And Jesus has experienced it with us, so he can truly say he knows us. And we should recognize that and take comfort in it, because we're not alone in our situations. That even at the darkest, the deepest, in the depth of our sorrow, that we know that Jesus has been there as he has taken on the emotions of humanity upon himself. So how do we apply these truths to our lives? Run to Jesus. Run to Jesus. And whatever it is, if it's excitement and joy, man, let's go to him, because he knows the blessedness of these things. But also in our sadness and sorrow, let's go to him in the depths of depression, in the darkest places that we find ourselves. We should go to him, run to him. When we're angry, we've seen that Jesus is angry at many things and chasing people out of the temple. When we feel that we don't know what to do, let us go to Jesus. Let us go to Jesus, for he knows us omnisciently, intellectually, but also experientially and intimately. Hey, appreciate you guys for being listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.